Hey everyone, welcome. As many of you folks know, DJI recently introduced a miniature selfie drone called the DJI NEO, a drone that's gathering a lot of interest from drone enthusiasts and not only, myself included. Is this drone for mountain bikers? Can you film yourself mountain biking? Let's talk about it. And no, this is not a comprehensive video about the many modes or quick shots of the NEO. This is not about the specs, but this is about the little NEO trying to follow me on what we call mountain bikes. And we should clarify what mountain biking is for us. That is fast, twisty, woody areas, single track, where unless the drone is following you fairly closely and at your speed, is definitely gonna run into something, especially for a mini drone like this that does not have any obstacle avoidance of any sort. And let's start with the things that the drone can do quite well. The follow mode, that's the one that tends to work okay, unless you are a mountain biker like we are and you take the drone to the trails. And here you can see how the drone struggled every time it touched a branch, and not only because it hit things along the way, it got stuck because the berms over here with pretty much 180-degree corner, the drone fails to actually follow you long enough to figure out where you disappeared. For that kind of experiment, this drone was kind of useless, and you can see it getting stuck here where I had vegetation close to the trail. By the way, that was with the flat medium setting of the drone. Now, the next thing that I tried was to change that medium to close proximity. I hoped that it would follow me closely, or it would follow the path that I've taken through the forest. And the drone kind of worked, and then it got stuck again, and you can see me actually filming it just to give you an idea of the kind of trails that we were trying. So is this drone for twisty, turny, tree-covered single track in the woods? I would say definitely no, unless, like many YouTubers out there, are gently pedaling along a path, in which case the drone would do okay. The next quick shot that I tried to use is what's called direction track or dolly track, what Hover X1 calls it. And in that one, the drone worked okay. Mind you, I didn't try to take the drone on that same single track that you saw before. For this shot, I used the medium distance all the time, and either flat, as you can see it here, climbing a steep hill, or I used high, and again you can see the drone here in front of me right around this little pond. How did that work? Well, if you know what you're doing, or I should say, if you know how this little drone behaves, you can tame it to the point where you get usable footage. What do I mean by that? Well, this will swing wildly side to side if you change directions quickly. Also, you have that set distance from you that the drone is trying to keep, but remember, this would be flying backwards, so if there's any obstacles along the way, the only way to steer it clear of that is for you to just go further away from the object. But most probably you're gonna want a lot of space around you, because again, the drone will go left and right and all over the place, especially if you're going fast. What does fast mean? I managed to use it in this mode around 15 kilometers, probably no more than that. I did that because I tried to control the drone with my direction. What about the other quick shots like droney, rocket, circle, and so on and so forth? Well, again, keeping in mind the parameters of this tiny drone, yes, they work okay. Yes, be mindful of how windy it is out there. Yes, it's gonna fail to land in your palm, especially if you have a cycling glove. So remove your glove if the drone doesn't really want to land in your palm. And yes, complain about the inability to actually change any video settings if you're just using your phone. And by the way, I would highly recommend to have the phone handy, as in connect the phone to the drone even though you might be using the quick modes, because you might need to bring the drone close to you. When this thing is running out of batteries, you know what, it's just gonna land exactly where it was. And if you're over water or a place that is inaccessible to you, you're gonna be in trouble. And yes, I got the combo. Remember, the batteries are fairly small. You probably get about 10, 12, maybe 15 minutes out of them. So keep that in mind. Yes, I would recommend the combo because you definitely need more than one battery for this little guy. So is this tiny miniature drone good for mountain bikers or for mountain biking? And I would say, well, it depends on how you use it. If you want this thing to follow you around on tight single track when you're going fast, drops, jumps, and tight switchbacks, definitely no. You could see it failing quite miserably in my video. If you want this to be your travel companion, just to document places, to look at the environment with different eyes, to get some aerial views of amazing places where mountain biking might take you, I would say for sure you can fit this in your pocket, and I think it's going to be my travel companion going forward for years to come. Actually, I have a video in which I'm going to use this tiny drone. Keep an eye on my channel for that. But you guys let me know, what do you think about this? Do you use the DJI NEO for your mountain biking adventures? How do you use the DJI NEO? How do you like it? Is there any tips and tricks that you would like to share with us? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, see you folks on the trails. Cheers, guys. Cheers.